Listen. It doesn't even make sense.
The Honourable Minister.
Clinton Jaws. I just got out of the hot tub. I can't believe what I'm seeing, and I'm not doing this for views. I want you guys... Did you guys know there's actually a minister? The Liberal government has a minister for the environment. An actual guy that controls our environment. How ridiculous is that? Think about that for a second. You're paying for it. We just have to assume that our environment is going to hell. We just have to assume that, and we have to pretend that these guys got it right. You ever ask yourself, why is it important to have all these positions? Like, I look at the House of Commons, and it's got to be 1,000 people sitting there justifying their jobs. We don't even bat an eye to it. A minister in charge of our environment. Think about that for a second. A geek, a complete loser. This is the worst comeback. Of course it's going to be a terrible comeback. He's a geek. I almost feel bad for them, but I don't. They don't know what to say. They stumble. They fumble. It's ridiculous. And this Stephen Gilbert, who cares what his name is? I don't know what it is. Watch what he does here.
Speaker, his wacko math gets even worse. He's talking about vacations of 44,000 kilometers. Those are the vacations his boss takes in a taxpayer-funded, fuel-guzzling private jet. The vacations for which conservatives want to give Canadians a break is to...
Can I just say something quickly? I like her. Right over there. I don't know. Does something for me.
Local campground where they can support the local economy. We know Canadians can't go abroad. All they can do is get in their small vehicle and have a small break. Why won't the government take the tax off so that they can afford to do that?
The Honourable Minister of the Environment and Climate Change.
Mr. Speaker, it seems that we have in fact underestimated the wacko math of the Conservative Party of Canada.
He tries to use the word wacko. Like you're such a loser. Come up with your own bit, dude.
According to Sarah Hastings-Simon, an associate professor at University of Calgary Faculty of Science, and she crunched the numbers, the alleged numbers of the Conservative Party based on the savings, and her calculation, someone would have to drive 44,000 kilometers, not 37,000 kilometers, Mr. Speaker. 44, so you could in fact drive from the North Pole to the South Pole and back, and you would have some kilometers left. These are the type of mathematics that these people are doing, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Speaker, if that particular minister had his way, Canadians wouldn't even be allowed to drive to the grocery store because he wants to abolish roads. He says we should not fund any more roads and then has the audacity to call other people wacko. Most Canadians don't want to put on an orange jumpsuit or climb a building. They just want to...
Because that's what he did. That's what Stephen Gilbert did. You already know that.
To take their kids for a merciful break from this miserable, broken economy. So will the government accept our common sense plan to take the tax off gas and diesel so Canadians can have a summer?
Listen. It doesn't even make sense.
The Honourable Minister for the Environment and Climate Change.
You can't, in fact, drive from the North Pole to the South Pole. There are no roads. I'm sure they'll find ways to blame me for that.
Yeah.
Leave alone the fact that there are two oceans. But if you were to drive from Canada's most northern city, accessible by road, Tuktoyaktuk in the Northwest Territories, and then you drove to the most southern city, accessible by road, Tierra del Fuego in Argentina, you would have to drive 16,000 kilometers.
How many minutes?
At an average speed of 100 kilometers an hour without stopping. It would be 60 hours, Mr. Speaker, and you're only halfway to the savings claimed by the Conservative Party of Canada.
What the hell was he talking about? Do you even know what he was talking about? Did that make any sense, what he just said? We pay for him. You pay for him. We call him the environment dude. He's protecting us. That guy is making you safe. Do you feel safe, Canada?